90. Let's go.
Sorry, it's been so long. I forgot what to do with my hands. Because it's been a
It's,
while since I've been on this lovely
it's been a
program.
minute. Let's see. So last week you were still traveling. And so JT was the Chase stand-in.
To see you, but yeah.
Well, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. But you were still traveling. For what it's worth, it took you a little bit longer to get there than normal because somebody had a
Buddy,
baseball game.
Molly,
Molly, yeah, it was
she's
Molly.
the worst.
Okay. You know what? I believe that. 100%. Hey, Shauna, how's it
What's
going?
up, everybody?
319, Chris, how we
Good to be
doing?
back
Will,
from my mini travels.
dude, so much. Ashley, hello, hello. All right. So, last week we had Daytona. That was exciting. Like I said, you stopped part of the way due to baseball, which I hope it was a good game. I mean,
It was. I
yeah.
mean, we lost, but it was still fun being in Jacksonville. They put on a good show no matter what, honestly. That's probably one of the best. That is the best AAA stadium I've ever been to. They did a bunch of upgrades and it's like you're in a pro stadium now.
Okay, that's awesome.
And their entire like organization is top tier. Like it is well run.
Nice. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Yeah. That's probably the only nice thing in Jacksonville. I'll stand by that.
For sure, for
Yeah.
sure. It's like you get to be there, and then literally there's a tiny street, and then there's oh God, it's late. The football team
The
right across
Jaguars.
the
The
Jaguars. Thank you. Oh my
Jaguars.
God, what the hell?
That was tough. That was tough.
I was trapped in a hole there for a minute, Patrick.
I'm trapped in a hole. I'm trapped in a hole.
Oh,
Some of you will get that joke, and others will be wondering why we're laughing. It's good. Yeah. So let's. So I didn't really talk about the Airbnb that we were at when we were on with JT because we hadn't realized the seriousness of the situation we were in. But let's talk about the Airbnb day one. So
barely night one.
barely night one. So Chase, Abby, and Molly roll in at what felt like 3 in the morning. Maybe it was only midnight, but it felt late. And we're all getting kind of settled in. And the bedroom that I was supposed to be staying in with Amelia and my dogs, the bed was not huge. I would argue barely big enough for 2 humans, much less 2 humans and 2 dogs. So I was going to take the couch. So I hadn't really investigated anything except for I'm just sleeping on a couch, right? Then we find out that Molly is basically going to be sleeping in a prison cell. Is that fair?
Yeah, and so is JT.
JT, yeah. JT also was sleeping in what was turned out to be a prison cell because the pictures for this place looked incredible. I don't
Almost, you could say too good to be true.
almost. The photography was second to none, and so then Molly goes into her room, which is actually more like a large closet attached to y'all's room.
With a bunk bed in it.
With a bunk bed in it. And, we kind of made the joke like, oh, let's check for bed bugs, which I do everywhere I go anyway.
Same though.
Right. Like, but it's, it's kind of a joke. But Molly she goes to pull the cover off the corner of the bed to check for bed bugs. And all of a sudden, guys, I've never seen or heard Molly scream/jump like I did in that moment as a roach sprinted out from that corner across the bed. So that traumatized Molly. There was at least one other roach in y'all's room, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So then we were all just like, okay, look, it's gross. We'll figure something out. So then Molly was like, well, I'm just going to sleep on the other couch in the living room. We're like, great. It's a huge living room. We'll make this work. So.
Okay, but nothing looked clean, guys. Like
Yeah,
the photos, like all the couches, everything was pretty. None of this was. It was bad enough. Molly took one of my T-shirts and put it over a pillow to sleep on my shirt so she didn't have to lay on the pillow.
Not wrong. I actually stayed fully clothed and put on more clothes, like a hoodie and sweatpants, to sleep on the couch. Just sleeping on the couch. It was rough, guys.
You also made it sound like you weren't going to be clothed with the rest of us, except, but only because it was dirty. He kept his pants on that night.
That's true. That's true. It was just because it was dirty. So when we were looking for bedding, though, because Molly wasn't going to be sleeping in her bed, I decided to be nice and go back into the prison cell and acquire the sheets and blanket for her. I Jesus Christ. I removed the sheet and blanket, and guys, there was a giant, it had to have been like a 12-inch round, just red fucking stain on the mattress.
They weren't great. The other mattresses were like, they were not clean at all. They were brown with sweat.
It was that moment where you looked at a mattress because now we're going through, right, and we're digging, we're pulling sheets up, looking, checking the mattresses, and we're all like, I don't know if this is urine, sweat, or cum, and I really hope it's urine.
It just made me feel like the episode of The Office with Dwight in the hotel room. Like, oh, I bet there were a lot of murders in here.
It was so bad. That was so bad. I can't even. So, like, we barely make it through the night, and then we end up booking another Airbnb about 20 minutes away, and things got significantly better from
Oh my
there.
gosh. Yes. Loved the new Airbnb.
Yeah. So, but what was great was, and I have pictures of all of this. Like, guys, it was so bad. I send the pictures to Airbnb, and I'm like, hey guys, like, I'm canceling this reservation. This is what the house looks like. It is absolutely unacceptable. It is filthy. It is disgusting. There might have been a murder in one of the beds. Their response was, the homeowner's terms of service says they don't give refunds, so we can't give you anything.
It was bad.
Oh my god, it was so bad, guys. We ended up fighting with them, and you know what? Of all of this that happened, we'll talk a little bit more about some other stuff. I learned that JT's pretty good at like OPSEC. learned that. That was pretty great. Yeah. So, guys, it was brutal. The Airbnb was rough. Basically, it turns out though, if you just keep fighting and eventually talk to a person at Airbnb, they will give you a refund eventually. It just takes a while, and you have to have like good evidence. Like they required a lot of pictures. I mean,
luckily we took a lot of pictures because we found more bugs on the countertops. Like, it was bad.
The refrigerator looked like somebody had like just shot pellet guns at it. The towels in the bathroom legitimately looked
They
like
were all
rags.
crusty with stains.
Oh, it was so bad. It was so bad, man.
So no one showered. Everyone was upset. The next morning, we got a just quick breakfast at a cool local place that was delicious, thankfully.
Incredible, yeah.
And then we immediately went to our new Airbnb, and everyone showered. Like, Patrick was messaging this person at like 3 a.m. the night before. Thankfully, he got back. He just called us, and we were like, look, we're dealing with hell. And they opened up the new one for us so we could all go shower and be clean for the day.
Yeah, it was rough. Chris, guys, I'm having a hard time clicking stuff tonight, but let's see. Yeah, it was disgusting. Chris, so there weren't any other bad reviews when we booked it, because we booked it like 2 months in advance. And I don't know what happened between when we booked it and when we didn't, but all of a sudden there were multiple bad reviews that we just never saw. But it was the exact same complaints that we had.
Everyone got tricked.
Yeah, I mean, big time, big catfish. I think because it's like right off the beach in Daytona, and like
it's literally on the beach.
Yeah.
Like, it is technically beachfront.
Yeah, I mean, it honestly, if it wasn't for how horrible the house was, like, the area isn't bad. I mean, it's right between two big condominiums. It's 5-10 minutes from the convention center. Like, it wasn't a bad area, and the pictures looked incredible. It was just, they clearly had bought the house, put nothing into it, and we're just hoping to take advantage of people.
Photoshopped the hell out of
Oh,
all
my
the
goodness.
photos. Talk about a touch up.
Yeah, seriously, man. No kidding. Honestly, the only person that might have got sleep that first night was JT. He's just like, well, I've slept in worse. So
I actually slept fine,
did
if we're
you?
being honest.
Good for you.
My wife did not, but
Okay, good
I was
for
fine.
you.
So
Were
good
you?
for.
But do you think that was because you were just tired from the travel and the
Oh,
drive?
100%. Yeah, I was to the point of like, I don't care anymore.
Yeah. I literally was just sitting on the couch, like on my phone, just like desperately looking for somewhere for us to go. And at some point around 3:30 or 4, like Molly rolls over on the couch. She's like, "Are you still awake?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, no, we're not. We're not going to bed tonight." It's like, honey, this is we're pulling an all-nighter here. We're fighting off roaches. It's not good.
Yeah, Patrick, Molly, and Amelia and 2 dogs are camping out in the living room together, trying to figure something out.
Oh, it was so good, man. Y'all got to vacation with my dogs for the first and last time. I hope that was enjoyable. It's
They
okay.
weren't.
Yeah, they weren't. They're not horrible, but they're not. It's it's a little frustrating at times. Let's see. Okay, so for the show, I don't want to come off as negative Nancy here, but I don't think we're going back to Daytona.
I heard that the family trip is expanding.
Yeah.
And it's funny that you say that because Molly informed me that she's not going to make it to the next family trip.
Why is that?
Because she says we need to quit outpricing her.
I think her share was like $150 a night. She makes Canova money.
Somehow, for someone that's sort of on her own, I feel like she could have easily afforded that, but she's always broke. But she's also getting Chick-fil-A for breakfast almost every morning. So
Everyone knows
let's
Jesus is chicken. Yeah, this is.
figure out how she's broke.
Well, you know what? We're gonna have to have a talk with her. Yeah, I think the show was okay. It's just not what it used to be, and I don't know. It's a lot of drive. It's hot. It's sticky in Florida in August. So I'm
So
not.
we're going to Winnipeg next year.
Nova Scotia. So next year, Patrick wants to go cage diving with great white sharks, and
And that's
yeah.
what we're doing.
I hope you know what I think. Even worst case scenario, if we just end up in Maine, and we can do one of the great white shark tours, and hopefully see one in the water,
And eat a shit ton of lobster rolls.
yeah, Saskatoon, yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say, as soon as I read that, I immediately said it in that high pitched voice in my head from Grown Ups.
Yeah. I'm from Saskatoon. Oh my god, that's so much. Let's see. The main expo is usually the beginning of August. Yeah, I gotta figure out when Great White Shark season is for y'all, and then we're gonna plan around that.
We're just gonna reenact the movie Jaws, but it's like
Yeah, we
5 of us.
1,100 men, five men go in the water, 5 come out. I hope. If we do cage diving with sharks, would you get in the water?
Me? Yeah, I have no fear of water or sharks. I'm so excited.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, it's something I've always wanted to do.
It's one of those things like I've talked about it with people and they're all like, you would get in the water in a cage with a shark? And I'm like, yeah. They're like, what if the shark gets in the cage with you? And I'm like, then it was my time to go. Like,
I was gonna say the odds of that happening, you were destined to die in that moment.
Right. Like, that's where I'm at on it. Like, it's my time to go. It is what it is. Here we are. Like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I think it's just gonna be a blast. I'm actually super
yeah, I think it's gonna be fun. Hopefully by next year, Molly's gonna be married, and I think the husband is gonna have to come on the trip too, right?
You know what? Then she has no complaints because then there's 2 people paying for her share. So
I'm just
good for
saying.
her. We just found a loophole for Molly.
Yes, I mean, her and JT could have shared a room, I guess, and that would have saved some money. But I think that could have upset a lot of people. So It's probably for the better. Oh my god. There's plenty of lobster places up here. However, I'm sure there's got to be way better places to see great whites. So Ryan, here's the deal. Apparently, Maine is one of the best places for great white sharks in the country.
And the internet doesn't lie. We know that.
It's never let me down. Apparently, also in San Francisco somewhere, there's an island that's a good place for them. But apparently, Maine is like a hotbed.
The main place. You know what I'm saying?
I see what you did there. Well, obviously, there's going to be some significant Googling between now and next August. But apparently, everybody keeps telling me. Also, wasn't Jaws? Isn't it based on somewhere in Maine, like Nantucket or something? Is that basically Maine? I don't know.
We'll go with that. It's been a while.
Once you get that far up north, it's all basically just the same thing, right?
You know, we missed our opportunity this summer to sit on the lake at night and watch Jaws on the projector screen while we sit in floaties.
Tracy just said Massachusetts. It's the same thing, right? I mean, Maine, Massachusetts.
You're going to offend somebody, buddy.
It is what it is.
As long as we don't get Boston involved, we'll be okay.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Southern Maine is basically northern Massachusetts. See? There we go. Thank you, Tracy. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, so I'm excited. I think it'll be a blast. And then, then we don't have to be in Florida when it's hot and sticky. If we want to go to Florida, we can go to a different time, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, like February.
Perfect.
It's a great time to go fishing, so.
I'm in, yeah. Oh, my God. We haven't even talked about all the fishing you got to do at the new Airbnb.
I mean, it wasn't really fishing, though, was it?
What are you talking about? You caught fish, didn't you?
Yeah, but they were just catfish, and I didn't do anything to earn it. I just threw lines in and was like, oh, I'm bored fishing on the bottom. I was bored enough catching fish. I caught too many fish, got bored with it, stopped, and just stayed in the pool.
That's true. You never went and bought a bobber, so we never got to go after anything.
I had a float on.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay. Well, now we know. News flash: Maine is hot and sticky. Ryan, stop it! Stop it!
Ryan, quit. We're trying to do something different.
Come on, it's northern.
We are going to end up in Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan. Oh my God! I'm about to pull. Apparently I'm gonna have to mute myself in a second, Chase, because you know what? No, we're just gonna let this happen. I want y'all all to experience what the family had to experience in Daytona when my dogs lose their minds temporarily for about 13 seconds.
Oh.
Amelia's about to be home, so.
Oh yeah, they're gonna lose their minds then.
They're gonna lose their minds for a second. It's gonna be good. So I'm just emotionally preparing everyone for that.
Did you feel like there were less turtles and tortoises at the show? I just felt like it just was a little less.
Yeah, huge, wide open aisles. I don't think it's exaggerating to say the aisles were at least 20 feet wide. They were very, very wide aisles. They split it up into two sections at the convention center. One is like is it fair to call it like an old gymnasium almost?
Yeah, it's 100% what it is. I mean, that's what they did. It was the same way last year where they split it. And it is. It's an old gymnasium.
No need for that. They could have had everything in the main center area, which would have helped with splitting things up and having to walk back and forth. It's brutal. You hit it on the head. Like, one of the reasons I love Daytona is all of the tortoises and turtles. There they are. Is all the tortoises and turtles. And we didn't really get that this go around. It really wasn't that crazy. I felt like the tortoise and turtle conservation area that normally just has a ton of stuff was shut down. Or not necessarily shut down, but definitely shrank. So let's see here. Have you guys seen in the national shows? Our local show is down for. I'm bad at looking at just guessing numbers.
Yeah, it's tough to gauge. But do you feel like the first day at Daytona there wasn't that crazy line like a couple years ago where it was 100%. Just obscene? Like people waited for hours in the hot sun outside just to get inside the building.
Yeah, it
to pay $20 cash because they don't accept card.
It unreal. No comment. It did not feel as many people were there this year as there were last year or the year before. It felt smaller for sure. Whether or not it was or not, like it's tough to say, but it felt less crowded.
I mean, I heard good things from vendors.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, I haven't really talked to a lot of the vendors yet, so I don't know how sales and things like that went. So maybe sales were great and it worked out well for people, and that's a win. But yeah. Oh, here we go. I agree. They need to make one again. It was a different vibe this year, unfortunately. Yeah,
That's the thing. That's the best way to put it, Dale. The vibe was just kind of off.
Yeah, it was. And Dale was over in the gymnasium area, and it's funny. Like that area always feels more crowded to me because it is like they fit more in a smaller area.
Big time.
But even with it feeling more crowded, it just still didn't. I think you're right, Dale. The vibe was just a little off, my man. Yeah. Sales were all right. Okay, so Dale said sales were okay.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that was kind of the consensus. So at least the people there were like into it.
That's good. That's good. I mean, that's kind of what you hope, right?
I was gonna say, would you rather have lower numbers to the door, but actually people that are there to engage versus double the numbers to the door, and then you're just answering, "Can I hold this snake all day?"
For sure. Yeah, I think in my mind, what's infinitely more valuable is when I talk to the vendors and they give input on like what sales look like. Yeah. People through the door is great for the show promoter, but if that's not converting to sales, it doesn't really matter.
Yep.
So
100%.
Yeah. But like I said, I think we're gonna try something new this next go around and maybe do something a little different than Daytona. But we'll see. We'll see how things go. Maybe as we get closer to Daytona. Actually, no, I don't think we can go to Daytona next year because we're gonna try to go to Super Zoo, and Super Zoo is that week. So
that's true.
It's gonna give one time. For 3 years, I've picked Daytona over Super Zoo, and for 3 years,
I think we need to change it up though too. Like I mean, we're still doing something together. It's nice and we love it. Mm-hmm. Let's just not go to the same place. And Daytona's fun, but if we're going to places in Florida, I can take you to a lot better places in Florida than Daytona.
That's fair. No, that's fair. Daytona is such a weird city. It is. Never mind. I'm not going to anger.
It's like a box of chocolates. You just never know what you're going to get.
You never know what you're going to get. It's a special. What is Super Zoo? Super Zoo is a pet expo. It's not reptiles only. It is pets. To give you an idea of the difference in scale, booths at Super Zoo cost hundreds of thousands of dollars.
And every like major like international brand is there.
Right. So it's more like just pet trade. And like I said, like these booths will literally have like multiple floors. Like it's unreal.
Like people come in the week of to set up for the show.
And they have full construction crews that come in and set up. Like it's not, it's a whole different scale. But it's not just reptiles. Like I said, it's pet entirely. It's in Las Vegas.
See, I need to keep Justin away from going to places like that, though, because then he's going to be like, we should do a multi-level setup at Tinley. And it's just me carrying everything in with a drill and sadness.
That's how that would go, too. Molly would be following behind with her iced coffee.
Yeah, Molly'd be like, just let me know what I can do to help.
Exactly. What can I do to help, Chase?
And then I ask her, and she's like, well, work-life balance. I'm clocked out right now.
Work-life balance. Oh, that's
which allegedly I don't have any of.
I believe that, actually. That's fair. I think that's fair. But that's okay. It's good. It's good. Justin needs somebody else to feel that way. Otherwise, things wouldn't run as smoothly. So
no, you're not wrong. This is why
that's a plus.
I'm there every day.
Oh, my goodness. That's amazing. You got to work on that, buddy. You got to have a work-life balance.
I think it's the whole like Davy Jones thing, right? It's like part of the crew, part of the ship. Like you just, once you're in, you don't leave.
I don't know if that's how all of the Canova employees feel. I'm going to be honest.
No, actually, it's just me. I think I got tricked.
It's in fact just you. Literally only you.
At some point, it's just love.
Justin is even kind of wavering at this point. Like it's just you. Oh, I love that so much. But yeah, I've wanted to go for 3 years, and it just hasn't really happened. And so, JT and I, we go to a lot of shows together, and we planned to go like 2 years ago, and then we were going to meet Emily and Ed up there, and it just didn't work out. And then last year was kind of the same thing, and then this year, when we were in Atlanta, we were having dinner with Emily and Ed, and I brought up Daytona, and they're like, "Oh, are you going to the Super Zoo again this year? Or are you going this year, not again?" And I was like, "No, not again." She's like, "Ugh, whatever." I'm like, "Fair enough, I get it. I'll go eventually." So, I think next year is the year. We'll make it happen.
You say that, and then we're gonna send pictures from Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan. Okay, look, I'm going to tell everyone now. If the choice is Super Zoo or swimming with a great white shark, I'm swimming with a great white shark. Okay, I'll just own it. So, you're going to see one of two pictures next year: Super Zoo or great white sharks. We'll find out together what it's going to be.
Or maybe a shark in the cage with you.
Oh my god,
They're gonna be so much fun.
I won't even be upset if that's how I go. Y'all all get a great story at that point. It's just a win at that point for everyone involved. Oh my god. So, yeah. So what do we have going for the rest of the year now?
Ooh,
I know.
Tinley.
We've got Tinley. I've got Fredericksburg in a couple of weeks.
You know what? I need to look at the calendar to see if I can fly up.
Okay. Yeah, that would be great.
I want to go goof around at that.
It'd be a lot of fun. And then I'm flying out on Sunday to go film some content in Minnesota.
That's right.
Yes. So that's going to be.
That's right. He's auditioning to be the next male cheerleader for the Vikings.
I am. I think I could pull that off. I mean, that guy had some moves, but
but your early 2000s floor routine would wipe that dude. Don't worry.
Not even a question, for sure. It's amazing. So let's see. I got Minnesota this week, and then I get a week off, thank God. And then we've got Fredericksburg, and I'm not sure about Fredericksburg yet. Like, it's going to be interesting. It's the first time at this venue for any reptile show. Virginia's always been a little tough in general for reptile shows, and so I'm hoping that, like, when there's a good show put on, like, people will at least realize. I'm just hoping it's good enough that Troy and everyone thinks it's worth coming back for a second round and just give it another shot,
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully they've done this, a few shows in with a new show location that we all knew as vendors, like, anytime it is a new show, that first show always feels a little rocky.
Yeah. So, but one of the nice things is, like, at the venue, it's literally right next to a minor league baseball stadium, and the minor league team has said they're willing to do cross promotion, so they might do something like a reptile night, or we'll figure out what to do.
I'd hate to have to be there for baseball, but
who would want to be there for baseball?
But Lord willing.
Oh, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, so I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited. So that's the first week of September. I think September is actually, for me, pretty clear. And then Tinley starts up. So, but you're not going to be at Tinley.
Potentially.
Oh? Are the winds shifting?
No, I may not be at Tinley. But, I'm just thinking positively.
You know what? I like that. No. Well, is thinking positively that you're going to be there or not be there?
No, I always like Tinley.
Okay, fair enough. Right.
It's too much fun.
Okay. I like that. No, I think it would be fun to see Justin set up a booth for the first time in 10 years by himself.
Well, it could be fun for everybody.
Justin, I am antagonizing right now, not Chase. Please do not take it out.
It's funny. I actually think about Tinley from that long ago.
Yeah.
And when we would go up, it felt like it was such a long weekend. Like, wow, like I'm, 4 or 5 days. We're up doing stuff and it's fun. And now it's like, whoa, I can't believe it's over. Like, I'm like, oh, I can't believe it's Saturday already. And then tomorrow I'm headed back. Like, it just feels like it's so much shorter of a trip nowadays. It's like the whole thing when, like, you're a little kid, like everything was bigger, and then you're like, that was it. Like, that's the experience I had.
I think it's a very different vibe now. I mean, like, you look at y'all, you look at us, like it's gone from. I mean, there's other people involved, right? You know, for
Yeah.
the longest time, like initially it was just Justin, and then when Justin finally started going back to shows, then it was Justin and you, and no one else went. And now it's like a crew of people, right? So it's
Yeah.
different. It's different. It's definitely grown and matured, and also it went from y'all having like one or two tables to having like 27 that you now have. So it's different.
And we don't even use half the tables
I,
because we remove them and set up
yeah,
a whole different booth.
yeah. Trust me, I know. I hear all about it from everyone. It's great. I love it so much. Uh, I was actually just saying the other day, Canova needed more space at Tinley because they just don't have enough. It's
And
crazy.
now I'm thinking we need a second level, maybe an observation deck. Who knows?
Okay, so I'm gonna be vending at Tinley right across from y'all, sort of. I'm taking over Troy's tables.
That's
I,
right. Yeah, of course, the one Tinley I don't make it to.
yeah, of course. So well, I didn't have to worry about you this time. And this way, like Justin can't be like, "Can you help me, Patrick?" I'll be like, "I'm setting up my own. I'm sorry, I don't have time."
Oh,
Yeah,
you literally paid to vend or take Troy's tables just not to help. That makes
that's it.
sense.
That's the kind of saboteur I am. I'm like, no, I
Plausible
can't.
deniability.
That's it, right? That's the whole reason. I'm doing the one thing I hate more than life itself, and that's standing behind a table just so I don't have to be helpful.
Okay, at this point, he's not joking, guys.
But seriously,
That's real pain in his eyes.
I actually was looking at like legit like booths, like the obscene like large ones that potentially could be like multiple stories and stuff. But the problem is like Tinley doesn't give you enough forward footprint. So the
Yes.
side is fine. The forward footprint, there's not enough to do stuff like that. And so I was like, well, it's not worth spending, what I would say is the obscene amount of money on an incredible setup like that would be like unforgettable when you really can't even fit it,
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
It is crazy the amount of vendors that are packed into Tinley. It always surprises me.
Yeah, it's Tinley's an interesting one. We were talking about it at Daytona, and it's like Tinley's another one's really hard to actually gauge how many people go through the door because Tinley is the opposite of Daytona in that they try and put as many vendors in that space as they possibly can fit, you know. And so it always feels very crowded, whether there's 13 people or 13,000 people.
Yeah. Yeah. No matter what, it's
I would almost say with Tinley, like it almost the way to tell like how good the show has been is basically when the crowded like when you basically just stop seeing people because it's kind of like they're just shoving people like toothpaste until you just run out of toothpaste, and sometimes it never runs out, and sometimes it runs out like Saturday afternoon. You just never know. So, yeah. Let's see here. What do we got? Setting up snakes is such a breeze versus squirrels. Oh, I believe that.
yeah. I don't doubt that anything with water
Yeah, no, that sounds
adds
that's
a level of
yeah.
complexity.
No, that sounds terrible. That also has to be really stressful on like the corals and the fish too, right? Like, I mean, reptiles handle stress okay. I've always heard fish do not like stress at all. Like those guys will just turn upside down.
That is the nice thing. Like ball pythons, especially, they're really hardy.
Yeah,
I feel like some fish species, they're just going to go bottoms up if they get a slight inconvenience.
seriously, it's almost like was it chameleons? I've always been told chameleons are kind of like that. Like they're very like they get stressed and they just call it a loss. They're just like, well, this is the eternal yeet. Let's go. And so yeah, I just we're very fortunate with ball pythons where honestly, like you could put them in a burlap sack for a month and pull them out, and they'd just be like, "Hey guys, I'm kind of getting hungry now."
Yeah, just
So, oh, here we go. Coral shows are no joke. I keep my setup small and simple. Lunar Reef 24. My best time to set was 13 minutes from time.
wow.
Okay. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gotta. Yeah, Ryan just said a lot of pre-planning goes into that. So
Also, did you see Ashley? It sounds like she's going to be able to give rascal rides to anyone at Tinley. Just kidding, Ashley. I really hope your foot's all
Oh
healed
my
up.
god, I'm gonna be on a motor ride. Guys, you heard it here first. $5 per ride for the rascal.
It's like a handy car. You remember that episode of South Park? We can put a cart
my
behind
God.
Ashley's rascal, and then you know how much money she could make off just hauling stuff to people's trucks for them?
Timmy. Oh my God. Yes, please, let's do it. Let's do it. I love that so much. Ah. Oh my God. But yeah, man, I'm excited about the shows that are coming up. I'm hoping to get a couple more cool hatchlings. It's been weird. I've had some pairings that could produce a lot of really cool things, and I'm not hitting the odds yet, man. I'm hitting some okay stuff, but showing up to Tinley, I want to bring some real bangers, and I mean, there's gonna be some cool stuff, but I'm just hoping for a little bit better, you know.
Yeah, it's tough. It's a weird season too. Like like the show was kind of odd. The season feels odd. I don't know. It feels like it's kind of that way for most people all over. It's been tough.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. It's it kind of goes back to what Dale was talking about. It's a vibe. The vibe's just been a little weird. I've felt a little more burned out than normal. And like even today was nice. I was in the snake building, just working and like getting stuff done. And I'm trying to stay a little bit as much as I can into the system and on top of stuff with as much travel as we're having to do right now. But
Yes.
it feels like a little bit more grind than normal. And then I today I realized like I have to start pairing in like a month, because my season's always very
Yeah.
it begins at the end of September, beginning of October. So I need to start pairing again. So then I'm like looking at the males and I'm like, okay, who's definitely going to be used this year, who's not, and then like making sure like we're still getting some weight on people and we're kind of getting things rolling, So it's going to be a lot along with hatching, 1 million hatchlings in a 3-month period of time.
That is crazy to me. I couldn't imagine just kind of bulking my season into like one box.
Yeah.
Because I mean, especially because you're soloing it. I mean, that's so overwhelming for one person.
It's a lot, man. I have a feeling there's a local kid. I shouldn't say kid. He's an adult, but there's a local guy here that he's bought animals from me in the past, and he's offered to help, and as an employee. And there's like a 98% chance he's going to be helping with hatchlings this season because
nice.
Yeah, it's a lot, and like I said, like in the past like 2 weeks, I've had like 300 hatchlings hatch. So
yeah, I also found myself calling everyone kids who are younger than me once I turned 30, and it hurt a little bit internally, but I keep doing it.
Isn't that funny? How many clutches this year for Aura? I'm at 93 right now in the incubator, and that's probably just about done. There might be 1 or 2 more that sneak out, but 93 total. I've had 36, 37 hatch, somewhere in that range, and all of those have basically been in the past month. So yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. And like I said, there's 50 plus clutches that are all going to hatch within the next 2 months. So hooray.
I'd be calling that kid.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Trust me, the kid. It's happening sooner rather than later. It's going to have to. But yeah, let's see what else exciting things do we have going, Chase? Exactly.
Are we that exciting?
No, we're really not.
Honestly, we've had just like tough odds this year. It's kind of a slow season. I mean, I say slow. We're gonna end the season probably with like 240.
Okay.
Clutch wise.
That's not bad.
It's enough to still keep us busy. But and I feel like I always have to say like that's stopping counting October 30th for our clutches.
Yeah.
Because everything's November 1st is 2026.
Yeah, because y'all base your clutches off when they hatch, not when they're laid. So
but I mean the good news is I'm starting to see that wave of girls at 2.0 already, and there's probably 40 or 50 of them.
Yeah.
So I'm already seeing that really start to creep back up, and I'm like, oh, okay, we're going back into our normal fall. It's going to be a heavy spring again, which I love because it's nice because then we're set for the early spring shows with all the new stuff we've hatched.
Yeah. That's what I'm hoping here. Like, kind of get back on track and get the pairings going end of September, early October, and get that early season that I'm used to. Because I'm the same way. I really prefer having a super early season instead of this where everything's just backloaded at the end.
Yeah, because you're having to clean all your hatchlings and then try and get all your breedings done at the same time. That's
for
no
sure.
fun.
Let's see. Our daughter's Bumblebee finally laid her first clutch, and she popped out a random slug a few days earlier. All right.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
exciting.
that's
It'll happen.
yeah, pressure. I call them pressure eggs, just because sometimes they'll pop out an egg for pressure, and even if it's a good egg, 99% of the time it goes bad.
Yeah,
it's so funny how that works.
It's the weirdest thing, man. It's strange, but yeah, you're right. It does. It's strange. We'll just leave it at that. All right. Let's see. I think we're gonna have some guests over the next few weeks.
Yeah, yeah, kind of back to the old school vibes a little bit.
Yeah, just try and throw something in so y'all don't have to
just look at us.
Yeah, I mean, we have faces for radio, and that's okay.
Some people keep telling me.
Yeah, it's tough. No, Chase, to be fair, people have said you're attractive from the waist up. You have that for you.
I needed that, guys. Thanks.
Yeah, you have that. So yeah, we're gonna have some guests. We'll make those announcements in the next week or two once we get everything scheduled and finalized. And then, yeah, I think that's going to be about it for the rest of the year. It's going to be a lot of shows for us, and then, like I said, getting a few guests on and trying to just finish 2025 strong because it has been a year, guys. It's been a year.
But as ball python people say, we've got next year.
Always looking forward to next year. Isn't that fun? Oh my God, it is funny how that is every ball python breeder on the planet.
Yeah.
Every one of them, always. But, all right, guys. Chase, unless you have anything else you want to pontificate about, I think that covers.
No, I'm happy. I'm happy to be back on tonight.
Yeah.
A lot of traveling over the last 3 weeks, and I've missed you guys. I've missed all the awesome people that hang out with us every Thursday night.
Right.
So I'm happy to be back. And like Eli named our episode, "Just Have Faith." I have faith it's just going to keep getting better. So I'm happy,
sure.
Looking forward to next week already, guys.
No, it's going to be way better. Next week's going to be a blast. And yeah, guys, we won't have a guest next week, but hopefully the week after we will. So I just need to schedule it.
And one of the guests is probably going to be a heavy knowledge guest, right?
Oh,
we're going to have some real heavy knowledge.
Yeah, guys. We're definitely going to have like an episode where it's just we're going to get talked to. Okay.
We're dunking science.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be good. We're going to have to put on our nerd glasses though and take notes because it's going to be a lot. But I think it's going to be really good for the industry as a whole. So I'm really excited that he was willing to come on. And so once we get him scheduled, I'll make the announcement. It's gonna be great. But we're gonna learn a lot about Partho, guys. We're gonna learn a lot.
And I am stoked. Let's get into the nitty gritty.
It's gonna be fun. But all right, friends, that's gonna be it for episode 90. 10 more episodes.
Unless you know what? Ashley's gonna crush it at Tinley though with the rascal if she has one.
Oh my God! Can you just see her like?
Please help me.
Help my leg heal faster. 1 like and 1 subscribe. It cuts 10 minutes off my healing process.
Oh, man. Guys, I love you all. Thank you for spending time with us. We really appreciate it.
Friends, y'all are the best. And we will see y'all next week. Have a good one.
See you guys.